All right, cool. So, Fernie, I want to call you here real quick just because there's something we need to discuss.
You're gay?
Uh, no, Mark from
No.
HR actually wanted me to reach out to you.
The one that
Apparently,
molested me?
no. He says that you've been making you. Who have you been molesting?
No, he molested me. That's why he's calling you. He's trying to cover his tracks.
See, he was alleging that you were bullying him.
Nope, he molested me. He
Are you
touched me
sure?
in my node
Because
parts.
he showed me a video of on YouTube of you beating the shit out of him on Black
I would
Friday for
never
a
do that.
TV. Huh?
I would never do that. Mm-mm.
Are you? Because these right hooks look like they're from you, man.
No. I know I throw a pretty sweet right, but no, that's not me. He looks like me. He's good looking, but he doesn't look, it's not me.
It's weird because you look right into the camera and you say Fernando Luna ain't no bitch, and then you
No,
keep
I would
swinging
never
on
say
him.
that. Actually, that sounds suspicious as it is.
And then I was gonna ask, why did you take his glasses?
Mm. I didn't take his glasses. I wasn't there.
All right. We'll follow this under maybe. All right, we'll follow this under maybe. All right, cool. Ah, you want to do the intro? Also,
Hey,
you.
everybody! What the fuck?
I was gonna say, oh, real quick, are you eating Bunch of Crunch?
Yeah.
That's the only acceptable candy. Fair enough. Go on.
Hey, everybody! It's Fernando from the 11 Count, and I'm here with the lovable idiot Eddie. And today we're covering some hot off the press wrestling news that got Eddie's tits in a tussle.
Clearly, I mean, this poster's still up. You can still see CM Punk on my wall. So I mean, it's
He's
not.
still real to me, damn it!
So you watch. So folks, the elephant in the room. In case you haven't heard, there were a couple big returns on Saturday.
Our
Randy,
truth, the biggest return of them all.
I, dude, Randy Orton, man, came out looking swole as a
Oh,
motherfucker.
Randy Orton came back. Oh,
Yeah,
forgot about that.
yeah. I think a lot of us did. A
It was
lot. I
all
wonder if he's
overshadowed
hurt.
by our truth.
Yeah. And then there was this one Chicagoan bitch,
Indie guy, right?
some indie wrestler that like I thought was really salty about things, but turns out money solves everything.
Money
Uh
talks, bullshit walks.
we saw the return of one Cookie Monster Punk.
You know,
How
CM
did you
Punk.
react? Because you were watching live, I think.
Yeah, it was ending, and then all of a sudden you hear the and I was like, holy shit, he's actually back. I mean, granted, if any other place is the place to do it, it's Chicago, because I mean that's his fucking town.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody thought like in a million fucking years that those bridges would be mended.
Well, apparently not. Like the main bridge that was a problem was Vince, but Vince's plan to retake control of the company completely backfired on him.
Well, yeah, apparently Vince isn't a thing with creative anymore.
No, so the thought is that when Vince sold the company, the thought Vince thought, oh, they'll just let me stay in charge because I know what I'm doing. Nah,
Mm.
turns out TKO was like, look, man, you're basically a figurehead. You're the Queen of England. You're a glorified head of state and nothing else.
Yeah, that makes about
Um,
sense.
well, like, dude, he sold. I don't know if you know this. He sold some of his stock, and the TKO stock went down because of
Mm-hmm.
that. Like, he sold off almost $1 billion worth. So there's that. But yeah,
Yeah.
Punk returns. You were like, holy shit. I found out while I was in the restroom and I looked at my phone and you had messaged me
Oh yeah,
saying
because
Punk
I
is
messaged
back.
you a bunch of fucking times and you hadn't responded.
Yeah, because it's Saturday. Like
Yes,
I'm
I
like
know.
I'm Mimi's. I was Mimi's at the time.
Oh, I thought you were on a date night.
No, I had food poisoning that day. Thank God.
Ew. Where'd you eat?
Uh, I don't know. I think it was Chinese food. We were at the mall,
It's
but we'll
always
see.
Chinese food.
I love Chinese food though. But yeah,
Darren got food poisoning from Komori's.
but don't they serve raw fish?
She had bought fried calamari
Okay. See, that kind of makes sense. Okay, fair
and
enough. I can't.
sushi. So, but I'm pretty sure my money's on the calamari that did it.
Well, sushi has raw fish depending on what you order, so it might have been that.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's a lot easier to fuck up something that was supposed to be fried and you didn't finish frying it
Yeah. Oh, that's
than it
fair.
is to fuck up sushi.
Fair enough. Obviously, Kamori doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. Um, but yeah, so I was like, holy shit, really? And okay, I think we have two different invested values in this part. Um, it it didn't feel the same like when he returned in AEW, and I told you this, and
I thought it was a funnier return.
it was a spiteful return, and you.
Honestly, I think this return was a lot more unexpected
Mhm.
because of course he's gonna go to AEW. It's the second biggest dude on the block.
No,
Duh.
no, you're right. It was far less expected, but like so when he first returned, it felt like he was coming back to pro wrestling. This
Yeah,
one feels out of spite. Like it like he went from being like
it
a
does feel out of
rebel.
spite, but it's hilarious.
No, you're not wrong. But it felt like he went from being like a rebel or like, the dude who rallied against the
Is he
machine.
still a rebel?
He was at
There's
the
always those
time.
people that are like,
He was
oh,
at the
fuck the
time.
man, bro, fuck him.
That's
But
what
in
hey,
reality,
listen to his
they
Art of Wrestling podcast
they
with Cole
are the
Cabana. That's how he
man.
came off. Listen to that podcast with Cole Cabana, the one that cost him that fucking friendship. He was like, fuck WWE, fuck Vince, fuck Triple H, fuck the doctors there that wouldn't treat me.
I'm
Fuck
sorry,
them
Triple H.
all.
How much? How much are you offering me?
Yeah, pretty fucking much.
All right,
Um,
I'll come back. It's
but
fine.
yeah, it doesn't feel the same. And yeah, the promos are gonna be great. I told you this. Promos are gonna be great. The matches are gonna be great. It doesn't feel the same. It feels like this one's out of spite.
What's wrong with it being out of spite?
I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel the same. And again, there's no
But
version
that's
of
the
this
thing that
where
I'm trying to understand. Why does it feel bad that it's out of spite? I mean, granted, I thought he went out in a little bitch fashion in AEW, like the whole tiff with Jungle Boy and just acting like a real prima donna, not getting his way. But granted, we don't know how it is behind the scenes of AEW. I voiced my concern saying, like, I don't know, I feel like it's a lot of the inmates are running the asylum.
you might be right. Well,
So
apparently,
it's
fuck.
so I can understand why people get heated so easily in the backstage there,
Mhm.
and is that there's no control.
It doesn't feel like Tony Khan, sorry, is the be all end all. He doesn't have the authority.
No, he's just a big boy playing with his guys.
Giggity? Questionable giggity. Questionable giggity.
He's just a big boy playing with his guys in his room.
That's by far more giggity, but like not as funny.
He's
Um, but okay, so
like,
the
cool,
internet was
cool, cool.
ablaze. The internet was fucking ablaze. Fans were
Well,
tribalistic as always.
I mean, my TikTok algorithm has been nothing but Survivor Series that night. And so all I've been seeing is like fans' views of Seth Rollins going ape shit.
That
Um,
that was actually leading into my next talking point. Yeah, go keep going.
there's that theory that Drew McIntyre stormed out of the building when CM Punk came out, but he had left before.
But
Like
from what
right after
the match.
right after Rhodes' team had won, he took off.
So as I understand it, that part was planned, him leaving,
Yeah.
but on the way out is when he saw Punk in the gorilla position. He was like, "What the fuck?" And that's when he got pissed because apparently, I don't know if it's the contract situation or what, but the backstage locker room is not divided. That's not the right word, but people got
I'd
feelings.
say it's like 70-30.
70 welcoming, 30 fuck them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if the 30% are your top guys, like some of your top talents, like fuck this guy, I'm not working with him.
Do you think Triple H made a stipulation saying like, look, we're gonna bring you back, but you gotta mend a lot of bridges that you fucking burned?
you're not wrong. Hey, you're not wrong. But who's to say that in about a year and a half, maybe Randy Orton says you suck, and maybe Punk takes a swing.
And then he's out.
Then because no one talks to me
WWE
like
is not
that.
afraid of getting rid of people.
No, and you're not. That's not a bad thing. I'm good. That's a good thing. But it's like,
Yeah.
do you want to risk poisoning your locker room over this somewhat proven
Weren't you all
poison?
CM Punk guy
Yes.
in
No.
AEW?
Yes.
Now
Yes.
he's
Yes, I was.
poisoned.
Yes, I was. Go back
I don't
and
know. It just
listen.
seems a little spiteful, man. This seems
Maybe.
spiteful on your part.
Maybe. I am trying to look at this objectively. And objectively,
He's a
Pete, the
fucking monster. He fucking fucked over everything.
no, but look, objectively speaking, that has been one of
Objectively
the talking
speaking.
points. Oh no, but that has been a talking point from
Yeah.
everyone from Sean Ross Sapp to Dave Meltzer. Is it worth bringing him in if he causes issues?
He's money, dude. And
Yeah,
Triple H said it best at the press conference. He's like, whether it's good or bad, this guy gets clicks.
you're not wrong.
It's the same thing with Logan Paul. This dude
But
gets clicks.
but Logan Paul isn't such a not proven, that's not the right phrase. Logan Paul is a big draw. But
Mhm.
if Logan Paul was throwing haymakers backstage, like you and I both know that they would drop his ass in a
But
heartbeat.
did he throw haymakers in WWE?
No, but that gives you an idea of the way that this guy reacts to situations. Granted, I would say the one thing that could nullify CM Punk getting into fights backstage and that drama might be Triple H. He might be the only guy that commands enough respect to neutralize it.
I can only imagine that conversation that Punk and Triple H had, because I think we can kind of agree that conversation wasn't between Vince and Punk.
No, it was with Nick Khan was the guy who spearheaded the conversation, and Triple H was in on it. He
Yeah.
didn't spearhead it; Nick Khan did.
And so, I mean, they've both grown up. Like CM Punk, CM Punk was a fucking hothead. Like for all intents and purposes, when he left WWE,
Mm-hmm.
so there was no talking to him at that point. Now, I mean, he's what's funny is that clip of him talking to MJF saying, "You think the fucking grass is so green on the other side? Why don't you go to the other side and have fun when you're main eventing a Sunday night extravaganza?"
Night four of a one part
Yeah,
extravaganza, some shit like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
some shit like that. And it's just like, well, that hasn't aged well.
I mean, and again, you're not wrong. Punk does get views. He does get clicks. It's just he has
Now,
to be on a very short leash.
now remember, I'm not a huge CM Punk guy. He
Mm-hmm.
was around when I had like fell out of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was never really around for those CM Punk years.
Did you ever
I
watch any of
watched
his
when he
stuff in
first came
AEW?
in. When he
I
first came into
remember.
WWE.
Huh?
But I watched when he first came into WWE, but not anything after that.
Did you ever watch his AEW stuff or not really?
A little bit.
His feud with MJF is amazing, but unfortunately, well, shit. We might get a third party of MJF jump ship. Jesus. Uh, although it's believed that Khan signed him to a long term contract, like he got that shit on lockdown. So smart man.
I don't know. I
Finally,
think I think what's the TKO? I'm pretty sure like with UFC they're not gonna reveal shit about the contract.
probably not. I mean, supposedly the one detail I've been able to find on the contracts is that WWE UFC fighters get about 17% of the gross,
And that's
right?
just
So
estimated. Like no one really for sure knows.
yeah. But and get this, this is the part where WWE might get a little scary. If WWE were to pump it up to 17% of the gross, I don't know what the percentage is right now. If they were to do that, 17%, a mid-carder would be making 2.5 million a year.
That's not bad.
Mid-card. That's Becky Lynch money right now. So
That's not
that's
bad.
that's fucking nuts. Um So backstage reaction, possible poison in the locker room, maybe issues. Not it wasn't all doom and gloom. Like apparently some friends from backstage were like, "Hey, what's up, man? I see you back." Whatever. It wasn't all bad. Let's be clear about that.
Yeah, oh, yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure like it's not always gonna I'm sure it's not gonna be like fucking all bad. I'm sure there are some guys that are gonna be like, oh shit, like, hey, happy to see you. But I
Yeah.
know Seth Rollins isn't one of those guys. Um,
So
I don't know
so
what
it.
happened. I don't know if it was when they were both in WWE or after, but I know
Mhm.
like CM Punk did talk shit about Rollins after WWE, so I know that didn't help.
So according to Seth Rollins himself, he had attitude issues back in the day. He was like, I shouldn't be here right now. The only reason I'm here is because Triple H was very patient with me and growing. Like he allowed me to fuck up and learn from my mistakes. Like that's
Who,
Rollins
Seth
said words,
Rollins?
not mine. Huh?
Seth Rollins?
Yeah, Rollins. He said he probably should have been fired within the first 6 months, but Triple H was very patient with him and calmed his ass down and said, "Look, you remind me of Randy Orton. You can do a lot of great things, but you're hot headed,
Mm,
and there's only so much I can protect you. Eventually, someone above me is going to say release him, and I can't do shit about it. Get your
yeah,
fucking act together."
I'm not surprised. That seems
Well,
like
that's
something.
why during like there was a point I can't remember when it was. There was a point where I think Mox, where when Dean Ambrose left, there was an exodus going on with AEW, like was just starting out, and there was a possibility that Seth Rollins might leave. There was a slim chance that he would, but Triple H asked him like, "Stay, trust me, stick it out, stay here, stay with me."
Stay for me, baby.
Pretty fucking much. I don't know if it was around 34 when he was in the mid card or 35 when he won the Universal title, but Triple H had to tell him like, "Look, Vince is in charge for now. When I take control, I promise you, you're a made man. Just stick it out."
Mm,
And I mean, Seth stuck it out, and now look, he's a world heavyweight champion. So something there.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it's weird because there's dueling reports. One says that I assume you saw the video of Seth Rollins freaking out, flicking off Punk, and like having to
I've
be
seen
held
the
back.
one. I've seen that one. The one after where he's like, I don't give a fuck. He said something. I don't give a fuck about that motherfucker. But if he's backstage, I'm gonna beat the shit out of him.
Yeah. So apparently, the belief is the flicking him off and stuff in front of everyone and the cameras. That was maybe setting up an
That
angle.
wasn't on the cameras.
No, on the fan
Oh yeah,
footage.
I was like, that wasn't on the fucking the premium
No,
live event. That was
no,
all fucking after.
yeah, no, fuck no. That was Gorilla Cam. But it's believed when he got backstage, he was irate and he had to be ushered to the back by Triple H and other officials. Like they had to be like, "Calm the fuck down, get
Well,
over here, we need to talk."
that's Triple H, the worker. He knows. He's like they don't like each other, but it's gonna make for some really good fucking television
But
if we
all it
bring back.
takes, no, you're right. But all it takes is one errant like shot, one potato. That's all it's gonna take.
What do you mean?
Like for shit to devolve. Like it again. I'm assuming Triple
No,
H can control these guys.
no. I'm sure. No, I get what you're saying. Like any little thing that Punk does, like that could easily end that fucking relationship. No, but what I'm saying is Triple H, the worker, he
Hmm.
understands. All right, he's like, all right, no. Rollins hates Punk, and and if I have Punk do a surprise return after the match, it's gonna get some good fucking videos. Can I control Rollins afterwards? Probably. But I'd rather control Rollins afterwards and have the fucking media press than not.
Hmm. What's called? Do you think Punk has had to apologize to William Regal yet or no?
What happened with William Regal?
So and Berman, this wasn't reported. I think I told you about it like
You
way
said
after
England
once.
sucks.
No, apparently Regal went to shake his hand in AEW and Punk said,
Spit on
"Fuck
him.
off, you stooge."
Wow.
So again, that's the dude you're bringing in.
Wasn't
Yeah.
Roll? I mean, not Rollins. Wasn't Regal like an executive in AEW?
AEW?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a producer. He was on-screen talent, a manager.
So
But
you're
once
telling
Triple
me
H,
Tony Khan just let that slide?
apparently Khan never knew about it. Like it never came out because Regal said, like, dude, I don't care. Like he's mad at me. I didn't even know we had a problem. But Regal, this story is coming from someone that was there that saw it happen. But Regal was like, don't fucking worry about it. Like he told the guy, like, don't report this. Like it's fine. I don't care.
Mm.
Because that's the guy Regal is. He's like, all right, you don't like me? Cool. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. But
Mm.
anyway, but yeah, so apparently that happened. So I wonder if Punk has apologized to Regal yet for calling him a Triple H stooge. So
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure Punk has a long list of apologies.
But do you think his ego will allow him to apologize?
I think so, especially after seeing, like, just with a theory that maybe AEW is a shit show behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe seeing that, he's like, "Oh well, fuck." Like it isn't that great here.
Mm-hmm.
And Ring of Honor's gone. He can't go back to Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all he has left to do is suck up his pride and make amends with Triple H, who, for all intents and purposes, isn't a bad guy from what wrestlers say.
Mm-hmm. Well, I understand he's lightened a lot since he's been retired. Apparently, he was an asshole when he was a wrestler, but supposedly, like since he's been running WWE, he's been. I mean, how can he fuck you over if you're not wrestling against him? I guess is the mentality.
I don't know, man. People always say that shit, and it's like you would take that shit too. Like
What do you
people
mean?
always say that shit, like, "Oh, he put me down so that he could go ahead of me." It's like, wouldn't you do the same if you had the opportunity?
I
And
mean,
no quarrels to Triple H because Triple H has the mic skills, he has the ring ability, he has the storytelling ability to run with it.
do you think he should have lost at 19 to Booker T?
No, because Booker T wasn't that hot. Now
He was.
it could have grown Booker T,
Mhm.
but it's also that post WCW war era. Like
Yeah,
even Chris Jericho had to stick it out for a good while before he was trusted.
yeah. I do think Booker T probably should have won that night. I'll be honest with you. Like that's one of those ones that stick with me. Like,
I forget about that match, to be honest.
dude, the most fucked up part is he hits a pedigree and takes literally like 28 seconds to cover him.
Mm.
Like he just crawl, 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 more crawling, one hand.
But people act like Triple H did this shit the biggest stages of them all. WrestleMania 20, he loses to Benoit.
Yeah,
WrestleMania 21, loses to Batista.
yeah.
22, loses to Cena. 23,
23
he's out
he
with
loses his
injury.
quad.
Yeah. 24, did he wrestle at 24?
Yeah, he lost a triple threat. Cena took the pin to Orton.
25, he wrestled what? No, he didn't wrestle Taker. That was 26.
No, he wrestled Taker at 27. 26, he wrestled Sheamus and beat Sheamus, which maybe was a questionable loss, questionable
Mm.
one. 25, he beat Orton, which I understand, but imagine how much bigger Orton would have been if he had beat Triple H there instead of at Backlash.
But think about it. From 19 to 25, that's how long it took for him to get a win at WrestleMania.
Yeah, you're
Like
not wrong.
people want to say that he buries guys. Wouldn't
I
the
th-
perfect time to bury someone would be on the biggest stage of them all?
I think though it's not at WrestleMania because look at the context. It's not just WrestleMania that matters. Look at, for example, fucking 2000. Arguably, The Rock maybe should have won that, but Triple H did. Arguably, trying to think what else. He took the title off of Orton after Orton was champion for like a month. He he had these self-indulgent long feuds with Shawn Michaels. Bear in mind, I can watch Triple H and Shawn Michaels for hours, but they literally had a 45-minute match at Hell in a Cell. Like, it's a little self-indulgent. Him and Batista at 35 went 30 minutes.
Wait,
Come
when
on.
did they have a 45-minute match?
Hell in a Cell, it was Hell in a Cell, I think it was '04 at Bad Blood. Bad Blood 2004.
You're
Shawn
telling me
Michaels,
two of the guys at the top of their game, no one wants to see them for 45 minutes? Name a
dude,
bigger star in 2004.
dude. 45 minutes is a long time for a match.
Name a
Come
bigger
on.
star in 2004 that could do it. Bret Hart did a
On
fucking 60-minute match.
on Raw or SmackDown?
Well, it's Unforgiven
No,
or
it was Bad Blood.
Bad Blood, so that's Raw.
Yeah. Dude, God, thin out the fucking match. Like, I'm not saying that they couldn't do it. I'm saying 45 minutes is a lot of self-indulgence, and he main evented that pay-per-view over the world champion, Benoit.
Well, it's because Benoit couldn't fucking talk.
Then get
That
him a
was the big thing.
mouthpiece.
That was the big thing. I know they should have, but I don't think. I think Paul Heyman was too busy with
SmackDown.
SmackDown at the time. Like that, Paul Heyman would have been his perfect mouthpiece. But
Yeah.
I mean, Benoit couldn't fucking talk, dude.
Then why put the title on him?
He was like that was the one time where they were like, let's put the fucking title on a wrestler, on a fucking wrestler, a technician wrestler who had probably some of the best matches with Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
The dude can't fucking talk. And
That's
I mean,
that sounds like a WWE problem.
They probably tried to get him to talk. They probably had him like go promos with people. Yeah. And they were just like, it's not fucking working, dude.
That sounds like a WWE problem. But anyway,
I mean, it is a WWE problem. And the way to fix it, they tried to fix it. It's not fixing. Get the title off of him. They put it on Orton. Orton wasn't good with the title. He was young and stupid.
I think they pulled the trigger too early on Orton. I think this 2003 to 2004 was the time to put the title on Michaels, I'd argue. We're way the fuck off topic, but I think that would have been a good time to put the title on Michaels at that point.
It's because you keep saying, well, not keep saying, but like you're saying that 45-minute match was self-indulgent. There's no one else on that roster that could do a 45-minute match with the story that they had.
But don't do okay. The point I'm making is this. Don't do 45-minute matches.
Why not? Bret Hart did a 60-minute match. Didn't MJF recently do a 60-minute match?
With Daniel Bryan, yes.
And what the fuck are you talking about then?
I would probably rather watch either Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels versus a super fucking long HBK versus Triple H 45-minute Hell in a Cell.
But that's your preference. But
that's what, dude. What do you think I'm saying here?
I know
this is preference.
I know,
shit.
but I'm saying objectively speaking, there was no bad reason to have that 45-minute match because he was the top guy in Raw at the time.
Hold on, Bad Blood 2004. Let me fucking look at this fucking card.
You fucking look it up.
I am okay. You put Benoit versus maybe Edge. How was Edge teaming with Chris Benoit?
And there was only 2 Bad Bloods.
Benoit versus Edge, main event. Triple H versus Shawn Michaels, Hell in a Cell. Fine, give him 30 minutes. Eugene, feed him to Kane and just move on with it. Orton, Shelton Benjamin. No, leave that as it is.
No, Jericho, let's give 30 minutes to Eugene and Jonathan Coachman. Let's do that.
Fuck that noise. But come on, man.
But look how light the roster is at this point. Chris Benoit and Edge versus La Resistance.
Again.
Maven. Fucking Maven. Tyson Tomko? Shelton Benjamin, up and coming Shelton Benjamin at this point. Not bad. Trish, Victoria, Lita, and Gail Kim, masters at their craft. Granted, WWE misused Gail Kim horribly because she did have what it fucking takes because she proved it in TNA.
Yeah.
Kane, this is post mask off Kane.
Correct.
And then, yeah, like the fucking roster was light at that time.
Maybe Benoit versus Michaels might have been a better match, actually. I think that would have been good. Anyway, fucking let's jump back to it. I will stand on the reign of terror, but whatever. Uh was it Triple H? Do you think so? Supposedly, a lot of talent didn't know. A lot of backstage personnel did not know about Punk returning. Triple H is actually took control in the last 10 minutes of the broadcast.
Yeah, I
Called
saw
for
that.
the. So, do you think people are going to trust Triple H a little less now?
No, because what did he do? Did he put someone over? Did he screw someone out of a title? No.
What if? And we weren't there, but I'm just giving you an example. What if Triple H was dead ass like the last couple months? Look, we're not bringing him in. He's a problem. And then, motherfucker. I mean, do
I
you
don't
think
know,
that
dude.
cost him any trust?
We know how Triple H is. Look how he was with Bret Hart. If Bret's not going to do business, we're going to do business for him.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like, and I will give Triple H that. It's tough being the fucking boss. That's why there's some people that can be the boss and there's some people that can't. Like Tony Khan, look, great guy, loves wrestling. I don't feel like he can be the boss.
I don't think he's grizzled enough yet. I feel like he's not
Exactly.
hardened yet.
Like, I feel like they look at him and they think, I can get away with this guy.
Yeah, probably not wrong there.
And Triple H isn't gonna fucking play that shit.
Mhm.
He'll tell you, like, you know what, dude, I did this for business, but it's done.
Yeah.
Like, you can either
Um,
get on board or fuck off.
what's it called? So we've been talking a lot about Triple H. Now here's my question to you. What do you think this means for AEW?
I bet AEW looked at this, Tony Khan especially, and was like, I fucking hope he sucks over there.
Well, he breaks his foot in the first night.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Tony Khan is like, I fucking hope he sucks over there.
I
But
hope
is it gonna happen? Chances are no.
he's
But
too good to suck. His only option is hopefully if Tony Khan wants something bad to happen, he needs Punk to get injured. And even then he'll do commentary and be great at it.
I think Punk, I mean, today he's gonna have his first announcement on Raw.
Yeah. In about 10 minutes, actually.
Yeah. So
Let
I
me know what he
mean,
says.
God, I never really watch Raw, to be honest. It runs too late, dude, and 3 hours is too fucking long.
I agree. 2 hours is a good time for a wrestling show.
Yeah, 2 hours is the sweet spot. I don't know why they ever switched to fucking 3 hours.
Revenue, ad revenue,
It's fucking stupid. But yeah, like
ad
I
revenue.
haven't seen Raw in a while, mostly because it runs 3 fucking hours.
So here's the part you might not know about. Do you know about WB and the TV deal and all that and David Zaslav?
You mean that NWA screwed themselves out of that deal?
Besides that, besides the CW. So Warner Brothers, the people that show AEW right now on TBS and TNT, they David Zaslav is a huge CM Punk mark. He's a huge CM Punk fan.
Oh
But
yeah, didn't you say something about when they had that WWE talk show on Fox
he
that
want
he was a big proponent in bringing CM Punk in?
no the Fox executives were not David Zaslav. He's a different
Oh.
guy. He's with WB, not with Fox.
Hmm.
But supposedly, so NXT rights are set with CW, right?
Hmm.
SmackDown is going to the USA Network. Raw is shopping around for a new deal.
Hmm.
WWE in their contracts exclusively state that only they can be the only wrestling show connected to a network. What if TNT signs them?
You mean signs WWE?
Yeah, because David Zaslav is a massive CM Punk fan. So what if he's like, fuck it, Monday Night Raw is coming to TNT?
I mean, that's just hilarious for fucking AEW.
And that may cause issues because remember, Khan has not been able to secure a new contract as of yet. Tony Khan has not been able to secure a new contract.
What do you think is up with that? Like, why
I,
do you think that no one's willing to pull the trigger on Khan?
No, so he has had offers, but he feels like those offers are too low. He's like, look, if I'm giving you the Ring of Honor tape library, if I'm giving you all of our library and all of our pay-per-views, that's why if you notice the first 3 years, he only did 4 or 5 pay-per-views a year, and that's it. Now they're on track to do 8 this year, and they're planning on doing 12 next year. It's because that's what a provider wants. That's what a streamer wants. Hey, I want one pay-per-view a month. AEW is like, fuck it, we'll get there. Give us time and we'll get there. But he wants a fair number. He's like, I need this to be financially viable. I am making money right now. I'm not going to sign a deal where I'm making less.
Mm.
So that's the issue. That's the issue that they've been having. Granted, one thing that really helped was Collision. Believe it or not, even if Collision's ratings are low, as long as it's in the top 5, WB doesn't give a shit. You're in the top 5, we're making money. That's all they care about.
Mm.
So I think this creates a new wrinkle in the war as far as like, AEW, man, y'all got to sign a contract ASAP or else.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to end this on an optimistic note. I'm kind of looking forward to this for all the shit I spout because, and I think you said it best. Sometimes the best stuff comes out of spite. I'm
Yeah.
waiting for Punk, and I don't know if they're gonna let him do it. But what if he just says one line? Man, I was tired of the minor leagues.
It's gonna remind me of X-Pac when X-Pac came back to WWE after WCW, and Triple H had him on, and he's like, "Talk to him, kid." And he's like, "Eric Bischoff, you fucking suck."
I don't know if he can call out Tony Khan by name.
And why not?
So when people asked Tony Khan about his opinion on CM Punk, he said, legally, I can't discuss that. Legally, I can't.
Do you think it's because of the contract?
I'm sure there's an anti-defamation aspect to it. You can't shit talk us, we won't shit talk you.
Mm.
We're gonna
But
fire you with
but
cause.
yeah, like that just reminds me of that because yeah, he does that, and he's like, Hulk Hogan, you say I can't cut the mustard, and like he goes off on him, and he's
Mhm.
like, if Kevin Nash and Scott Hall weren't being uh held back like prisoners, they'd be standing right here with me.
Uh, Dude, I hope.
And
I
that
hope
caused a lot of shit for Kevin Nash and Scott Hall because like they pulled him into the office and were like, what the fuck is he talking about?
I believe it. I believe it, man. Hey, bro. I wonder if there was any heat between them because of that.
Not heat, no. But I doubt there was heat, but I'm pretty sure like they were just like, oh shit.
Well, I mean, dude, if you and me were in a wrestling company, you left and you were like, Eddie fucking hates it there. I'd be like, dude, Fernie, what the fuck, man? Like, why are you putting words in my mouth?
I
I'm getting
do
shit
hate
over
it
here.
here, but shit, they pay me good.
They're paying me 5 times what I was making anyway. I'm looking forward to this because the moment Punk says, "Man, I was tired of the minor leagues," there's enough talkers in AEW that are going to be like, "Fuck you, we gave you a chance,
Oh yeah.
and you fucked us." Like, I want that spark because I think you can agree. WWE has been hot for a minute.
But it
AEW
just
cooled
takes
down a lot.
it really just takes who shoots the first shot. And that's really all that matters.
I
If
want
he
Punk to shoot the first shot.
if he shoots the first shot, then it's gonna be hilarious.
I hope he does though, man, because all I want is for him to say one fucking thing. I'm tired of the minor leagues, and then everyone in AEW goes, "Fuck that guy," and steps it up. Maybe this forces Khan to do better at booking everything from the women to tag team are pretty good, but you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want that spark. I want that anger. I hope that happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. Any other thoughts before we go?
Before we go, let's read off the 2004 Raw roster
Jesus
that
Christ,
that you
really?
think could have held a 45-minute match.
They don't need to have a 45-minute match. That's the point.
Shut the
Don't do
fuck
a
up and let me read. A Train, Al Snow, Batista, Young Batista, Chris Benoit, Chris Jericho, Christian, Chuck Palumbo, Edge, Eric Bischoff, Garrison Cade, fucking Jerry Lawler, Jim Ross, Johnny Hendricks, John Heidenreich, Kane, Lance Storm, Mark Henry, Matt Hardy, Maven, Mick Foley, Randy Orton, Rhino, Ric Flair, Rob Conway, Rodney Mack, Rosie, Scott Steiner, Shawn Michaels, Shelton Benjamin, Steven Richards, Sylvain Grenier, Tajiri, test Hurricane, Triple H, Val Venus, and William Regal.
There's some money there. There's some talent there.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Again, Fernie, you're missing the point. It's not who do you send out there to do a 45-minute match. It's you don't need to book a 45-minute match.
You don't need to book a 60-minute match.
If you're gonna book a long match, you better make sure you book guys that can go. But what the fuck ever.
And Triple H could go. I don't know why you're arguing this.
Let's see. Let me see. Where the fuck rated higher, whatever championship match, blah blah. Why is there no rating for the fucking you know what? Fine. Bad
Dave Meltzer hates WWE.
or match star ratings. I'm not okay. I will agree with you there. His ratings don't mean shit, but I'm curious. 3 3/4 stars. Randy Orton versus Shelton Benjamin was match of the night, according to this guy. Whatever. All right, folks. You want to tell us about how you would book Bad Blood? Let us know down below. Also, next week we will get to the Montreal Screwjob. This time for realsies.
Yeah, for realsies. Oh yeah.
Oh god. All right. Anything else?
Oh no, that's it. It's just funny to watch you be like motherfucker when CM Punk left.
Wait, I saw this one cool meme where it was like, imagine if the WWE was like the NFL was like the WWE, and at the end of the game, Mac Jones is laying on the floor. Tom Brady comes out to finish the season.
Oh God. So
Would you
fucking
pee
I
your
wish
pants
somebody
if that
would.
happened?
I wish somebody would. All right, let's close this out. Thank you everyone for joining us for the 11 count where we came to bitch moan about CM Punk. Well, Eddie did. I was just kind of laughing at him. But please join us in a couple weeks when we come back and do our fucking review of the Montreal Screwjob. This is Fernando from the Rollback Podcast, and this is
I've been Eddie.
and this was the 11 count. Let's ring the fucking bell.
Perfect.